Welcome to Flash CS6 Tutorial 21. Type What You Hear Part 4. It's a follow-up to the Tutorial 20, which was Type What You Hear Part 3. And in Part 3, we had completed one sentence. I'm going to put another sentence, and if you can do two, you can do three or four or five. So to start off, I want to make sure that I don't have to go through the first sentence first. So I'm going to go to frame 1 of the actions layer, and we have this button, and the first thing I'm doing is putting two comments / here so I don't hear that audio. I don't want to play that. And copy this line, right click, copy it, click here, paste it in place, put two / in front of that, and instead of directing us to go and stop on the first word, we're going to go all the way up to where the first word is completed, and it's called complete. C-O-M-P-L-E-T-E. So if I look at my timeline, that should put me right up to here, complete. Let's test this out. Control test movie test. And when I click this, I should go up to complete. Good, that's good. We'll start by doing our labels. Go up to frame on this labels line here, up to the 110, right here. Insert a keyframe. Open the properties panel, and we want to give this a name. Make sure frame is selected here. Type. I'm calling it first word, capital F, IRST, capital W as in word, 2ND, second sentence. Okay, so this is the first word, second sentence. Go up to 110, insert a keyframe, open the properties panel, paste in that name or type that name in. First word, second, wrong, with a W. Let's copy that this time. Copy it. Go up to 120, insert a keyframe, open the properties panel, paste it in. This is second word, S-E-C-O-N-D, and second word, second sentence. So capital S, capital W, 2ND for the second. Copy that. Go up to the next 130, insert a keyframe, open the properties panel, paste it in. This is the second word, W as in wrong. Go up, and I have a 3-word sentence. Up to 140, insert a keyframe, open the properties panel, type it in. This is the third word, T-H-I-R-D. Copy that. And we have 2 more of these to do. That was second word wrong. Right here, 150, insert keyframe, open the properties panel, paste it in, and put a W. Don't need a copy this time because I only have 3 words in my second sentence. Go up to 160, insert a keyframe, open the properties panel, complete, C-O-M-P-L-E-T-E, complete 2, and go up to 170 and insert a keyframe. The next thing we want to do is get these frame, what I call identification numbers, so we can keep track. Click here, insert a keyframe, click back here for a second, go up to the top. If you have this, unlock that layer, pick up your selection tool, get the fuzzy square, copy that, select this frame right here, If it's there now, you're all right. If not, paste it in. And this is going to be 5, as in the 5th word total. You could label it something else. You could label it first letter of the second word, but I'm just going to call it 5. Here, insert a keyframe, 5W, as in 5 wrong. Here, insert a keyframe. This becomes 6. Right here, insert a keyframe, 6 wrong. Insert a keyframe, 7. Here, insert keyframe, 7 wrong. And here, insert keyframe, which is complete 2, C2. And here, insert keyframe. So we carry that up. Okay, now we're going to deal with the text box. And how I want to do that, first of all, I want to come right back to mostly to the beginning, lock all my layers, unlock the sentence text right here, and select that frame. And I have my selection of my text there, and I want unlock the window. So I have the text and the window both. And I have to move mine up because I don't have room here for my second sentence. Going to highlight them, make sure I have them both. Make sure there's only 2 layers unlocked. Get the crosshairs and just push that up there like that, somewhere. Now, we want to make sure, go to the ends. And so far so good. It should be here and it should be there. That's good right for now. Lock all them layers. Unlock the sentence text layer. Open the properties panel for a minute. If this isn't highlighted, highlight it. Open the properties panel. And I want to see its input text. It's called sent text. So it's 20 points. That's what's most important to me. 20 points, and it's called sent_txt. Lock that layer. Insert a layer. Call it sent text 2. SENT_TXT2. Select this first word right here. Insert a keyframe or blank keyframe. Go back one for a minute and put in pull this keyframe back here for a minute, right there like that. So put the keyframe here for a minute. Pick up your text tool, open your properties panel, make sure it's input text, and make sure it's 20 points and the same color is red. So, and right here, put a text box. There it is. That's my sent text. Open the properties panel and give it that name, SENT2_TXT. Good. Lock that. Click right here. Get that fuzzy square. Drag that once to the right. So now it's on the first word of the second sentence. Select the window layer. Insert a layer. Call it window 2. WINDOW2. Window 2. Select that frame right here in line with my new text. Insert a keyframe or blank keyframe. Make sure it's the only layer that's locked. Pick up the rectangle tool. Make sure I have black for my stroke. And I want no fill. And just make a rectangle right over the top of that like we did before. So now we have a rectangle there. So now, to save us some troubles, we're going to click on this Windows 2 right here. Click, get that fuzzy square, drag it. Don't jump layers, and actually bring it one past there and get that one and remove that. Do that. This time we're going to take all these, the three of them. 1, 2, 3. Come off, come back, get that fuzzy square. Don't jump layers. Don't jump layers. Put that at the end there. And while they're still highlighted, remove those end frames. Because if we don't have these, we're going to get some what's called, I think it's 1009 reference null error. It's going to stop that error. I'm working my way down these layers. Lock all the layers. This audio button layer right here, that's this one here. It's my third one up. Go down here. I don't need it after this word, so in line right here with this last frame of the 4 word wrong, make sure you have the audio button line. Insert a keyframe. Now click after it, all in one motion, and remove those frames. So far so good. While the layers are locked and the audio button is selected layer, insert a layer. This is audio button 2. So it's AUDIO, audio 2 BTN. And we want that to start here in line with the first word. Insert a keyframe or blank keyframe, it doesn't matter. And we're going to make a button. So I went black for my stroke. I'm going to pick up another blue for my fill. I got a rectangle tool, select that, make a little square, hold my shift down if I want it to be square. Pick up the selection tool. Oops, got to highlight it first. Modify, convert to a symbol, make sure button is selected. And this is AUDIO, audio 2 underscore BTN. Copy that. And while it's highlighted, open the properties panel. There it is there. Paste it in for an instance name. Okay, I'm working down these layers. Now we need a new play button. So click, make sure all of them are locked. Select this play button. Insert a layer, call it play 2 button. PLAY2 BTN. And we need that to start once we see the first complete right here. So in line with complete, down here, play button 2. Well, I actually didn't call it that. I called it something else. Play button 2 in line with complete. So that should be right there. Insert a keyframe or blank keyframe. Pick up the red. I'm making it red this time. Make sure I have a rectangle or square. There it is. Highlighting that. Modify, convert to a symbol. Make sure button is still selected. PLAY2 underscore BTN. Copy that. And while it's highlighted, paste it in for a instance name. Working down, there's my audio. Lock all the layers. So select the audio layer, insert a layer, call it audio 2, AUDIO2. Select that keyframe in line with complete. Insert a keyframe or blank keyframe. Now, just like we brought this audio here in, here we have to bring an audio in. Okay, let's find that audio. import to the library. And I think it's here. It's called Buy Some Bread. So double click. If I look in the library, there it is, Buy Some Bread. So now we're going to make a movie clip to put that in. So select down here, new symbol. It's called AUDIO audio 2 underscore MC. It's a movie clip. Okay. We're inside that movie clip now. And layer here, call this the audio, AUDIO. Open the library. Select that frame 1. Open the library. And that audio, Buy Some Bread, put it on the stage. I can see a little line here. I'm just going to look up here for now. Insert keyframe. There's my audio. Lock that layer. Insert a layer. Call it Action Script, AS. Select frame 1. Open the Actions panel. STOP, open close bracket, semicolon. And I want to here click in one motion, all of that, and get that fuzzy square and move it one to the right. Because right now it's going to be sitting here, and we'll tell it to jump to frame 2 to play it. Back to scene 1. Select that frame that we're going to put that audio on right here where it says complete. Open the library, and this movie clip 2 put on the stage anywhere. There it is. And it's called audio 2. Open the properties panel and AUDIO 2 underscore MC. Make sure all the layers are locked. This play button 2 right here, this line here, it starts with the complete and it ends here. It's only seen during this amount of time, so select this, insert a keyframe, click here, all in one motion, don't jump frames, right click, remove those frames, and now we're going to work on the code. So complete, in line with the complete, my actions layer, insert a blank keyframe, go back to the very first frame here and open this frame. And this is going to be very similar. So copy this, right click, copy. Go back up to that new keyframe we just made. Open the Actions panel, paste it in. And first of all, we know it's play button 2. So, and it's got to be audio 2. Audio 2. And here, we want to make this play audio 2. This one here, go to the first word. Well, it's called first W 2 ND. I think I'll check that. This is garbage. And this is garbage. So I just want to make sure that we're going to go to this proper label. Open my, it's called, I'm clicking on it, first word, FIRST W2ND. And I think that's what I put in my code. First word, yep, so that looks good. I don't need to do this to the points. Delete that. And I need to remove that event listener for the previous frame 4. So type this. Stage period, remove event listener, open bracket, keyboard event, period, key underscore up, comma, fourth word, close bracket, semicolon. That should remove that function so we don't run into any troubles. Let's test it out. Control, test movie test. When I click this, it should jump to complete. And when I click again, it should say buy some bread and jump to frame 5. Buy some bread. And it jumped to frame 5, so that's working good. Back to the timeline. If you don't have a keyframe in here, insert a keyframe, a blank keyframe. There it is. Frame this one here for this first word. If I go back to here, first word, action script, open the actions panel, and select all that. Right click, copy that. Now we're going up here to this action script for this first word of the second sentence. If you don't have a keyframe here, insert a blank keyframe, open the actions panel, and paste all that stuff. This has got to be first word to nd, as in second sentence. This has got to be first word to nd, as in second sentence. This has got to be sentence 2. We not go, we're going to buy, B-U-Y. Make sure there's only one space between the buy and the quotation mark. Second word isn't spelt like this. Second word would be second, W-2-N-D. And down here, copy this, first word, the second sentence, copy this, come down here where we're going to the else. This is if it's wrong, paste it in, and put a W at the end of it. Means the first word of the second sentence is wrong. And keep the points, but here's going to be the second audio button to repeat the audio if you want to hear it again. And we want to make sure we can hear the audio. And I think that's it. We can test this out. Let's try testing it. Or it jumps to correct, first correct. Buy some bread. So spelled, I won't put a capital, B-U-Y. And it says it's wrong. Capital B-U-Y. And we jump to 6. So that's working good. Back to the timeline. We can go into this same frame we just had, this action frame. Right click, select all, right click, copy it. Come up to the second word, insert a blank keyframe, select the actions panel, paste it in. We don't need these bottom lines for this audio 2 button because that'll just carry from the first one. And we need this to be the second word. S-E-C-O-N-D 2, oh, excuse me, W-2-N-D, second word. Copy that. Paste it in here. We're still activating it on the comma. It's still sentence 2. Buy. Get right next to the quotation mark. Some. S-O-M-E. Space bar. Go to and stop. Third. This won't go to the third. T-H-I-R-D. Word of the second sentence. If not, we're going to go to the wrong on the second. So copy this, paste it in here, and put a W on the end of it. And the points carry over. Let's test this. Test movie test. No errors. Buy some bread. So B-U-Y we know works. Takes us to 6. We'll spell some wrong. S-O-O-M wrong. Go back. S-O-M-E. And we jump to 7. We got one more to do. Go select that one. Open the Actions panel. Right click, select all. Right click, copy it. Go to the third word, Actions layer, insert a blank keyframe. Almost finished. Open the Actions panel, paste it in. Third, T-H-I-R-D. Copy that. Paste it in here. Now this doesn't work on the space bar. This works on the period, and I think the period is 190. But I'm just going to check. I'm going to go back to the fourth word here. The fourth word, and it is 190. Yep, 190 is the period. Back to where we were. This is correct. Buy some, get right next to the quotation mark, bread, B-R-E-A-D, period. And this will send us to complete. Go to and stop complete. C-O-M-P-L-E-T-E, 2, complete 2. Copy this third word, second sentence, copy. Come down here. If it's wrong, we go to paste with a W at the end of it. And I believe that is it. Control test movie test. Buy some bread. B-U-Y space S-O-M-E space B-R-E-E-D period. Wrong. B-R-E-A-D period. And we jump to C2. So you now want to go back to frame 1. Open the Actions panel, and we want to pick up our audio again. We want to pick up our audio again. We want to pick up our go to there again. We don't need this complete, so we'll just double that out. And I think, let's see what I got here going on here. And I had that blanked out. So now if you want to go through the whole thing, we can do that. Control test movie test. Go to the store. G-O space T-O space T-H-E space S-T-O-R-E period. Buy some bread. B-U-Y space S-O-M-E space B-R-E-A-D period. And that's it. Hope you learned something from this group of tutorials, and I hope you use what you learn.